This is Mike with Tag Roofing and Restoration. We are here at the Luedeke residence on East South Street in New Knoxville, Ohio. We are here to perform a brittleness repairability test. Insurance has agreed to pay for some spot repairs throughout the system. We are concerned with the structural integrity of these shingles being compromised while performing those repairs. But we also want to note that, while repairability is an issue, there's several other factors to keep in charge. Again, the first part being, are the shingles pliable enough? And then whenever you go to when you go to separate that seal of these shingles here, is the material from one transferring to the other, because that now not only instigates an issue going upwards, but also downwards the system as well. While you're manipulating those shingles, do they crease, crack, tear, break anywhere along that? Because again, that would reflect the fact that the shingles are non-repairable. You also have to take into consideration the granular loss. That is overall its main point in water shedding ability. So the more granulars that you lose, obviously, the less resistant it's going to be. And then also, we like to add that whenever you have to keep in mind when you're removing the nails that are in these shingles, what kind of nail it is, how far in it was, and then trying to put a new shingle in that same position, what's going to happen to the wood underneath and anything that might be in between that. And then you also have to keep into consideration, are there compatible enough materials? So again, that's just a couple things that we like to keep in mind. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break the seal of this one shingle here. Separate the seal of this shingle. And then we are going to manipulate it to a certain degree to kind of reflect what happens during those repairs, and then see what happens from there. So again, as you can see, I've got the BT listed, and this is kind of a steep slope here. So, you can see kind of the main part that we're referring to here. This giant chunk that is taken out is now on the bottom of this other shingle here, while separating that seal, and you can see it has done the same thing here, which means that now this shingle underneath is now going to have to be replaced. So again, it doesn't always reflect just going up, but it also reflects going down the system as well. So what we're going to do now is we're going to manipulate that shingle to a degree as to not damage it, but to simulate what happens during those repairs. Again, so every shingle that is in this vicinity would have to be manipulated. And again, like I said, we are not intentionally trying to damage these shingles, but we do have to be able to reflect accurately what it takes while performing those repairs, because you have to be able to get a flush hammer or nail gun down here, and you clearly cannot do that at the angle that I'm going, so it does have to go a little higher than that. And as you can see, again, I'm very lightly rubbing this here. It is slowly creating a crease across the top of this. As you can see, it's doing this along the entirety of this shingle here, which means every time that this shingle is manipulated, or any of these shingles for that matter, anytime that they are manipulated, even to the degree that I did, they are still going to crease, crack, tear, bend, or break. And then you as well have the material transfer under here. These are non-repairable. This is a failed brittleness or repairability test.